Now let us go to the problem number 4. So problem number 4 you can see here, that is, show that the following 4 conditions are equivalent. Okay, show that the following 4 conditions are equivalent. So that is, the first condition is what? A is a subset of B. Second condition is A minus B is an empty set. Okay, third condition is A union B is equal to B, and fourth condition is A intersection B is equal to A. So these 4 conditions are given to you. Okay, you have to prove that 4 conditions are equivalent. Okay, now what do you mean by equivalent? So equivalent means if you take or if you assume any statement here, you should get any of the other 3 statements. Okay, if you assume any one of the 4 statements from here, you should get the other 3 statements. Okay, so how to prove this? So there is one method to prove this, that 4 statements are equivalent. Okay, let us look at that. So first we will write what is given to us. Okay, so fourth. So first statement given to us is A is a subset of B. Okay, then second statement is A minus B is empty set. Okay, third statement given to us is A union B is equal to B, and fourth statement given to us is A intersection B is equal to A. Okay, these 4 statements are given to us. Okay, we have to prove that all these 4 are equivalent. Now there is a method to do that. So what we will do is, we will prove one is we will prove that if we assume 1, we are getting 2, right? Then if we assume 2, we are getting 3, and if we assume 3, we are getting 4. Okay, and if we assume 4, we are getting 1. Okay, so like this we will prove the statement. So 1 will give us 2, 2 will give us 3, 3 will give us 4, and 4 will give us 1. So if we prove this, what we will get is, if we assume any statement here, okay, let us say if I assume the statement 3, and if I want to get the statement 1, okay, how I will go? I will go from 3 to 4, right, then 4 to 1, and then 1 I will get, right? Okay, so like that. Okay, so if I assume any statement, I am getting another one. Okay, like that. Now see, first we have to prove what? We have to prove 1 implies 2. Okay, this we have to prove. Okay, 1 gives us 2. Okay, now what is 1? 1 is nothing but A is a subset of B. This is the statement given to us. Okay, now we have to prove 2, that is A minus B is empty set. A minus B is empty set. Okay, so what you do is, you take any element in the set A minus B. So A minus B, in that set you take any element. So Y belongs to A minus B you take. Okay, now what you will get here? You will get Y belongs to A, right, and Y doesn't belong to B, right, because what is the condition for this set? Okay, let us see, X such that X belongs to A and X doesn't belong to B, right? This is the set A minus B. Okay, that is X belongs to A and X doesn't belong to B, right? So Y is one of the X, so we got this, right? Y belongs to A and Y doesn't belong to B. Okay, now what you got? You got Y belongs to A, which is a subset of B, right? Y is given, A is given to be subset of B. right? So what we get is y belongs to A, which is a subset of B, and y doesn't belong to B, right? That is the second statement here. So that is what we got. Every element of A, you know that it is a subset of, it is an element of B, okay? Every element of A is an element of B because A is a subset of B. So what we got here is y belongs to B, okay, and y doesn't belong to B, okay. So what you got is, you got two statements, right, which are contradicting each other, okay. So why? Because y belongs to B and y doesn't belong to B. How can one element belong to a set and not belong to a set? It is not possible, right? So which is not possible, okay, which is not possible. Now why we are getting this? Because we have taken an element y belong to A minus B, right? We are getting this contradiction, okay, because we have taken one element belonging to the set A minus B. So therefore there is no element y belonging to the set A minus B, okay. There is no element y which belongs to the set A minus B. That means what? That means the set A minus B is empty, right? That means the set A minus B is empty, okay. So we have assumed one and proved two, right? Okay, now let us go to the second statement, okay, or second implication let us go to. So that is what? 2 implies 3, right? 2 should give us 3, okay. So what you have to do is assume 2. 2 is what? So let A minus B is empty set, okay. This is the statement 2, right? We have to get 3, that is what? To prove that A union B is equal to B, right? A union B is equal to B, okay. So now how to prove this? See, we have already seen an example how to prove that two sets are equal, right? So similar steps, similar method, okay. So what is that? You have to first prove that A union B is a subset of B, okay, and you have to also prove that B is a subset of A union B, okay. So these two statements you have to prove, okay. Now how to prove this? You have to take any element in A union B and prove that it is in B, okay. And how to prove this? You have to take any element in B and prove that it is in A union B, okay. So first we will prove this. So let y belong to A union B, okay. Let y belong to A union B. See, remember this is given to us, okay. A minus B is empty set. This is given to us, okay. Now y belong to A union B means what? That is y belongs to A or y belongs to B, right? Okay, now see this. You consider cases now, okay, because there is or here. When there is or, you consider cases, okay. So case 1 is what? Y belongs to A, okay. Y belongs to A, that is the first case you consider, okay. Now suppose y belongs to B, okay. Now in this case 1 we have to consider cases again, okay. So now y belongs to A, right? Now suppose y belongs to B, what will happen? So that is, what you will get is, you will get, see, we have considered what? We have considered y belongs to A, and then we are again considering y belongs to B, right? So we have actually got that A union B is a subset of the set B, right? So if we call this as 1 and this as 2 here, so we got, if you take any element in A union B, it is in the set B, right? So what, A union B is a subset of B. So this is from 1 and 2 we got, right? From 1 and 2 we are getting this, okay? Now, so that is what we want, right? A union B is a subset of B, that is what we want, we got it, okay? If we consider, suppose Y belongs to B. Now suppose Y doesn't belong to B, okay? Y doesn't belong to B, okay? That means what you have here? You have Y belongs to A, right, from here, okay, and Y doesn't belong to B, right? So what you got is, you got Y belongs to A minus B from here, right? See this, Y belongs to A and Y doesn't belong to B means what? Y belongs to A minus B, because that is the condition in the set A minus B, right? Y belongs to A and Y doesn't belong to B, okay? So now what you got is Y belongs to A minus B, but what is given to us? It is given that A minus B is an empty set, right? So there is no element Y such that it belongs to A minus B, so which is not possible, okay? Which is not possible, okay? So if we take Y doesn't belong to B, we are getting a condition which is not possible, okay? So the only condition which is true is the first one, okay, that is this. So you can call this as 3, okay? So this condition is only true, okay, for case 1, right? Y belongs to A. Now we have to consider case 2, right? First case we have considered, that is Y belongs to A. Now we have to consider case 2, that is Y belongs to B, okay? So Y belongs to B, that is case 2. Okay, so what is the case 2? Y belongs to B, okay? Now what we got? See, we directly got what we want, right? If we call this as 4, okay? If we call this as 4, from 1 and 4 what we get? 1 is nothing but Y belongs to A union B, okay, and 4 is what? 4 is Y belongs to B, right? So every element of A union B is in the set B, so that is A union B is the subset of the set B, right? This we can call it as 5, okay? We got what we want, okay? So again you can look at this, from 3 and 5 we are getting the same result, right? From 3 and 5 we are getting the same result, that is what? A union B is a subset of B, okay? So from 3 and 5 we are getting the same result, that is A union B is a subset of B, okay? We can call this as 6, okay? Now one way we proved that A union B is a subset of B. Now the second one we have to prove, right? So what is that? You consider any element Z in the set B, okay, and prove that this element Z is in the set A union B, right? So what we will get is B is a subset of A union B, okay? So now I have considered an element Z belongs to B, okay? Now that is what? That is Z belongs to A union B, right? A union B is all the elements of B and all the elements of A, so already Z is in B, so Z will be in A union B, right? So if we call this as 7 and 8, so therefore what will happen is B is a subset of A union B, right? Every element of B is in the set A union B, so B is a subset of A union B. Okay, so we can call this as 9. Okay, now what do you see from 6 and 9? What do you conclude from 6 and 9? So from 6 and 9 we get A union B is equal to B. Okay, so this was the implication. 2 implies 3. Okay, if we assume 2, we are getting 3, right? Now let us go to the implication. 3 implies 4. Okay, so 3 implies 4 is what? So 3 implies 4. Now the statement 3 is A union B is equal to B, right? Now we have to prove that A intersection B is equal to A. Okay, this we have to prove, right? Assuming A union B equal to B, we have to prove that A intersection B is equal to A. Okay, now what you have to prove that, okay, what you have to prove is A intersection B is a subset of A and A is a subset of A intersection B, right? Both ways you have to prove, so that you get A intersection B is equal to A. Okay, now again you consider any element Y belonging to the set A intersection B here. Okay, now that is what? That is Y belongs to A and Y belongs to B, right? So therefore Y belongs to A you got, right? Okay, therefore Y belongs to A. Okay, now see this, if we call this as say 1 and this as 2, right? So from 1 and 2 what we have? From 1 and 2 we have A intersection B is a subset of A. Okay, so this we can call it as 3, right? Now you take any element Z in A. Okay, now that is, see, we have to prove that this Z is in the set A intersection B, right? I am taking any element in the set A, we have to prove that the element is in the set A intersection B. Okay, see, again you have to remember what is given to us. Okay, it is given that A union B is equal to B. Okay, A union B is equal to B. Okay, now again you have to consider cases here. Okay, case 1 is what? Suppose Z belongs to B, right? Suppose Z belongs to B, so that is what you will get is Z belongs to A, right, which is given to us, I mean which I have taken, right, which we have taken according to the method. Okay, Z belongs to A and Z belongs to B now from this case 1. Okay, so that is what? Z belongs to A intersection B we got. Okay, so if we call this as 4 and this as 5, right, so we get A is a subset of A intersection B, right? This is from 4 and 5. Okay, from 4 and 5, and this we will call it as 6. Okay, now case 1 I have considered that Z belongs to B, right? Now case 2 you consider that suppose Z doesn't belong to B. Okay, case 2 is suppose Z doesn't belong to B. Okay, Z doesn't belong to B, right? Now what is given or what we have taken here? We have taken that Z belongs to A, right? Z belongs to A we have taken. Okay, and now by case 2 Z doesn't belong to B. Okay, so we have Z belongs to A and Z doesn't belong to B. Okay. Now this will give us what? So what we have is Z belongs to A and Z doesn't belong to B, right? So okay, so from here you can see that what will happen is, since Z belongs to A, Z will belong to what? A union B, right? Z will belong to A union B, okay, and what we have here, Z doesn't belong to B, right? We have this, Z belongs to A union B and Z doesn't belong to B, okay. So Z belongs to A union B, right, which is given to us as B, right, which is given to us, okay. See, therefore, see, we have to always remember that what is given to us, A union B is equal to B, okay. So Z is equal to A union B, which is equal to B, right, and Z doesn't belong to B, okay. So that is what, that is Z belongs to B and Z doesn't belong to B, okay. We got this. Now we are saying that an element belongs to a set and also doesn't belong to a set, okay, which cannot happen, right, which is not possible, okay, which is not possible, okay, right. So this case 2 is discarded. No, case 2, if we consider, we are getting a statement which is not possible, okay. So only statement which is true is what? That is 6, okay, only statement which is true is 6. So now from 3 and 6, what we get? 3 is A intersection B is a subset of A, and statement 6 is A is a subset of A intersection B. So from 3 and 6 we get that the two sets, that is A intersection B and A, are equal, okay. So that is so okay, from 3 and 6 A intersection B is equal to A, okay. Now we will prove the implication 4 implies 1, okay, that is our last implication, okay. So fourth statement is what? Fourth statement is A intersection B is equal to A, okay. We have to prove that A is a subset of B, oh, okay. We have to prove that A is a subset of B. Now how to prove A is a subset of B? You take any element in A, right, you take any element in A. So we have to prove that the element is in B, okay. Now see this, again you have to consider cases here, okay, because B is involved, right. So we have to consider cases, okay. So case 1, Y doesn't belong to B, okay, Y doesn't belong to B, that is the case 1, okay. Now what we got is Y belongs to A by from this, okay, and Y doesn't belong to B, right. Now what is given to us, you have to remember, okay, A is equal to A intersection B is given to us, okay. So Y belongs to A, which is equal to A intersection B, right. So that is Y belongs to A intersection B, right. So and this also is there, right, and Y doesn't belong to B, okay, and Y doesn't belong to B, okay. So that is what we got, Y belongs to A and y belongs to B and y doesn't belong to B, right? So what we got is y belongs to A and y belongs to B and y doesn't belong to B. Now this is not possible, right? Which is not possible. Okay, so if we take y doesn't belong to B, right, that is the case 1. What happens? We are getting a statement which is not possible, right? So this case is discarded, right, case 1. So now let us look at case 2. Case 2 is what? Y belongs to B, right? Okay, so if we consider this as 1 and this as 2, what do we get? That is A is a subset of B, right? We are taking any element y in A and we are proving that the element y is in B. Okay, so we are getting A is a subset of B from 1 and 2. Okay, so we have proved all the implications, okay, that we wanted to prove. Okay, 1 implies 2, 2 implies 3, 3 implies 4 and 4 implies 1. Okay, we have proved all the implications, so hence proved. Okay, hence proved. Okay.